Crandall. It's Comics and Shots, completely improvised semi-comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka Dolores. Today's subject, Dawn to Dawn, again. That's right, the subject of my Coffee with Mick is also the same subject of my Comics and Shots. It's my blog, I do what I want. But I'm going to put a little expansion on it. I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't read the manga, who are only just watching the anime. You know, like maybe you're one of those squares who wants to consider paying for Shonen Jump Plus or whatever the hell it is, and good for you. So I'm only going to talk about like stuff in the recent anime. Yeah. And why it's looking so far to be better than Bleach. Way better than Bleach in terms of a supernatural manga. I bring this up because both deal with the dead, ghosts and everything, and one is doing the concept way better, and it's Dawn to Dawn. Like, artistically, they're both a match. The designs of the hollows and Arankar, they can all look really cool. Like, especially in the manga. Character-wise, though, the ghosts shown in Dawn to Dawn, and from what I've read from the manga, are 10 times better because who they were in life and death actually is reflected upon what they look like as this ghost, as a poltergeist and whatnot. Whereas in Bleach, I'm gonna be honest, how many of the Arankars and Hollows do we actually know what they were like as humans? How they died, how they lived? You don't know. It's like Rukia and her sister, we just know that, like, they died and then they were reborn in the Cell Society, Rukia as a child, and that's about it. And then there's like Orahime's brother. He turned into a snake man for some reason when he ghostified. And most of the other hollows that we saw within the series, like the ones that had names at least, we never really got to know who they were, why they look the way they do, what do their powers correlate to what they were like personality-wise. Nothing. Like, I'm willing to forgive the fact that it's a little too coincidental that all hollows and Arankars have the skull mask. Like, I know they say that that's just what happens when ghosts stay on Earth too long, but it's a little weirdly specific. I always thought it would have made more sense if, like, you know, there was like some sort of skull lord, a hollow lord or something that gave them the skulls, but no, that's just a natural thing with ghosts in that world. Yeah. But I'm forgiving of it. Like I'm forgiving of that there's no skull lord. But even still, like, we never get to know much about the hollows specifically, and the Arankar, who they were, why are they doing what they're doing. It just feels like when we first meet them, they were always hollows and Arankars. But, like, say, like, the latest episode of Dawn to Dawn, no spoilers, we know what they were like when they were alive and why they are the ghosts they are now. That's what a ghost story is supposed to frickin' do. And, like, it's something like Danny Phantom, you know? It's like, it makes sense why they would only vaguely hint about what they were like in life. Because, you know, Butch Hartman was a weirdo and just tried to say that they weren't actually dead people. Thank you, Glitch in Time, for retconning that. But yeah, it's clams. Yeah. Bleach, nothing. Like, there's just this entire soul society of people who once lived, and we know nothing about them. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And for some reason, it looks like Edo, Japan, under the explanation that society just progresses slower than in the living world, which doesn't make any damn sense. because when these people die, they have their memories of when they were alive. So wouldn't their technology cross over? What's going on there? It's a little weird. Ugh. It's odd. Oh boy. Yeah. But even more so than that, Dawn to Dawn, I feel it is a weirdly named series. It pays credence to actual mythology a lot, like only going loose with like a few like cryptids here and there. You know, cryptids you can be a little loose because, you know, there's no real like explanation for most of these things. They're not like ghosts, so you can go fast and loose a little bit. I feel a little fast and loose with this one alien that's coming up. You'll see them. Shonen Jump weirdos. But yeah, like it feels like mostly connected to the worlds of mythology that it's based on. Whereas something like Bleach, it kind of just starts off a little bit being a show about a Grim Reaper taking on like ghosts that haven't passed on. And then it just basically uses the supernatural as window dressing for a generic shonen story. And I really hope Dawn to Dawn doesn't do that too, because sometimes that happens with Battle Shonen series. Just using the original theme as window dressing for a generic story. You see it happen a lot. Like, it's like, why you just pick a theme and just basically do the exact same things you saw in Dragon Ball Z, you know? But yeah, as long as Dawn to Dawn stays true to its supernatural roots, I think it'll be fine. And maybe even more memorable than Bleach. I don't know. I really don't want to sound like I'm hating too much on Bleach. I know it's a popular series and it has its moments. And I, once again, love the art design. But character and story-wise, I just felt it kind of ended up lacking. And yes, I know a large part of that is due to the fact that Tite Kubo was pretty much rushed to death. It's like I know a lot of that. It is getting to be a better version of itself now with the 1,000-Year Blood War, but even still, like even acknowledging how rushed he was, it could have been more creative and more connected to spirituality and mythology and the supernatural. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, Dawn to Dawn, a double review of it today. Love the manga, love the anime, hope to watch more. Bleach, I feel, yeah. Yeah. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with a bear. And always remember, praise be to the Blood Elk, fear the Stabopotamus, and death to Kronos. Americone Dream. Have a night, folks.